Sophia walked down to the lobby to meet Nate's sister Emily and her daughter Lillyanna. She invited them into the apartment so that they could get Lillyanna settled in. Sophia had agreed to babysit Nate's niece on her day off while his sister met with one of her biggest prospective clients. Before they arrived, Sophia had already started transforming the living room into a fort. It was a landscape of draped fabrics and soft landings, and Lily's shyness was replaced by a giggle as she crawled into their new castle. Emily placed a turquoise backpack on the floor. In it were some toys that Lillyanna liked to play with, along with a couple of her favorite snacks. "You didn't have to pack a snack. The kitchen is stocked with plenty of healthy food," Sophia said in a welcoming voice. "I figured, but I feel so grateful that you were available and agreed to take care of Lily, so I wanted to make things easier on you. Lily can be a handful sometimes." Emily walked over to the door and waved. "Thanks again, Soph. Call or text me if you need anything." A little while later, after their fortress adventure, they headed to the kitchen. "Now, for the royal treasure," Sophia said cheerfully. In the kitchen, she laid out bowls of colorful pasta, sliced vegetables, and strings. "Today, we are making art you can wear. You will have to slip the pasta onto the string." Lillyanna's eyes lit up as she threaded penne onto a string, her brow furrowed in intense concentration. After lunch, the apartment became a wild jungle. "The rare striped tiger has been spotted near the upholstered mountains," Sophia reported gravely, handing Lily a pair of cardboard tube binoculars. "It's up to you, Ranger Lily, to find him." The afternoon called for a change of pace. They headed back to the kitchen. "Welcome to the great afternoon bake-off," Sophia announced. Flour soon dusted their noses and the counters as they mixed and kneaded, their laughter echoing in the kitchen. The cookies turned out a little bit lopsided, but they were made with pure joy. As the sun began to set, Sophia dimmed the lights and switched on a single lamp. "It's time for shadow theater," she said softly. Her hands became soaring birds and snapping crocodiles on the wall, and soon, Lillyanna's small hands joined in, creating a dancing rabbit in the flickering light. When Nate knocked, he stepped inside to a scene of happy chaos. The blanket fort still stood proudly, pasta art was taped to the fridge, and a fine layer of flour coated the kitchen. The apartment was quiet. On the couch, curled up with a blanket, Lillyanna was fast asleep with a contented look on her face. "Hey baby," he called to Sophia. He found her in the kitchen, quietly wiping flour from the counter. She looked up and gave him a small, tired smile. He took in the joyful mess she had orchestrated. He had expected survival, she had delivered magic. "Sophia," he finally said, his voice low and full of awe. "You're incredible. You look beautiful. It's nice getting a sneak peek of what things may look like when we have our children," he said happily. He stepped closer, his eyes meeting hers. "Emily was so grateful for you today. She said that her meeting went well. I told her I would drop Lily off at the house. When I get back, we can spend some quality time together," he winked. Nate gently lifted the sleeping Lillyanna into his arms, which woke her up. At the door, he turned back. "Thank you, see you when I get back," he mouthed, a genuine smile reaching his eyes. Lillyanna waved bye to Sophia. Sophia smiled contently as she watched them go, a warmth spreading through her chest that had everything to do with the man who had just left.